Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the PowerPoint presentation of paper number 21. The title of paper number 21 is Evaluation of Geophysical and Geotechnical Investigations of Shogosin Hydropower Project. The authors of this paper are Shabir Hussain, Sohaib Nasir, Numan Yusuf and Mansoor Khan. I am Shabir Hussain. I am the corresponding author and I will be presenting this paper today. Executive summary and abstract of this paper is: as we know that Pakistan is facing excessive electric power shortfall. To cope with this problem, government of Pakistan is striving to utilize its natural water resources available in the country for the generation of electricity. In this regard, some hydropower projects were to be constructed by the government sector, while some other potential sites had been provided to private power and infrastructure board for construction of such projects through private sector back in 2010. Shogosin hydropower project is one of such projects, which is located on Lutko River and Lutko Tehsil of Chitral district, which is one of the remotest northwestern areas of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, a province of Pakistan. This project is a great help in creating new employment opportunities, opening new avenues for development of remotest area like Chitral. To understand the subsurface condition of this project site, both geophysical and geotechnical site investigations were carried out as per the scope of this project. Geotechnical investigations based on borehole methods were carried out at specific locations on this project site. These boreholes were spread over selected points only, and to get supplementary information among these points, geophysical investigations were also conducted. Geophysical investigations were based on vertical electric sounding using the electrical resistivity technique and seismic refraction survey techniques. In this paper, VES, which is vertical electric sounding, and conventional subsurface soil and rock exploration results are presented and interpreted in detail. Shogosin hydropower project is located on Lutko River on Lutko Tehsil and district Chitral of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan. Its power generating capacity is from 127 to 132 megawatt. Its construction time was 54 months. Its total cost was 332.33 million US dollars back there in 2010. In order to understand the subsurface soil conditions of the project site, subsurface soil exploration program was established. It contains both geotechnical investigation conventional techniques and also geophysical techniques. Geotechnical investigation methods used in this project are conventional borehole drilling by using rotary drilling, for shallow depths or near the surface depth. Trial pits or trenches were used. SPT standard penetration tests were also conducted at different depths in order to study the underlying soil and rocky strata. The tests conducted in the boreholes are a permeability test, which can be constant head permeability test and falling head permeability test depending on the type of strata. Standard penetration tests were also conducted as mentioned earlier. This is the layout plane of boreholes and vertical electric sounding locations. The boreholes as well as the vertical electric sounding were strategically placed at specific locations because the main aim was to cover all the area with the help of boreholes as well as the vertical electric sounding. The images of the borehole core photos, which were recovered from borehole SSW01, which was drilled up to 40-meter depth, shows that most of the material recovered is gravelly or rocky. This slide shows the description of borehole core samples, and it shows that most of the material encountered at different depths at the site of Shogosin hydropower project site is riverbed material, and it consists of boulders, cobbles and gravels with traces of silt and sand. This fact is also evident from the previous two slides, which shows the images of the borehole core samples. Permeability tests, especially constant head permeability tests, were also performed in the different boreholes at different depths in order to know the coefficient of permeability of the soil or rocky strata. This slide shows the permeability test performed at Weir site of Shugusin hydropower project at different depths. In order to cover the entire area, geophysical investigations were also a part of the comprehensive geotechnical investigation program. It includes seismic refraction surveys and also vertical electric soundings. However, in this paper, vertical electric sounding data is included. This table shows the vertical electric sounding carried out at Weir site of this project. Is reported by Onbu et al. 2018. Vertical electrical sounding data acquired with Schlumberger configuration is popularly used to image the electrical resistivity variation with depth at a single azimuth. The current electrode spacing used for the VES range from 3 meter to 500 meter in this project. The measurements were made using a high power digital earth resistivity system model 16GL manufactured by GISCO Geo Instruments USA. In electrical resistivity survey, different soil and rock layers are differentiated from each other due to the difference in their resistivity when current is passed through these layers. This slide shows different ranges of resistivity as reported by Rahman bin Yaqub in 2000. Electrical resistivity survey data analysis include plotting of measured and model data from which a layered resistivity model or a true resistivity model is obtained with the help of a certain software like MATLAB or any specified software. These are some of the images of the Shugusin hydropower project site, and also personnel are shown performing VES survey at the site. This slide shows VES1 electrical resistivity curve on the left and interpreted layer model on the right. The interpreted layer model shows that from ground surface up to a distance of 17.9 meter, which makes up the first 3 micro layers, is overburden. The fourth layer, which extends from 17.9 meter up to 52.6 meter, is saturated overburden or weathered bedrock, and the fifth layer, which extends from 52.6 meter up to 80 meter, is massive bedrock. The interpreted layer model for VES2 survey shows the presence of overburden up to a distance of 11.3 meter, and then the presence of saturated overburden or weathered rock up to a distance of 41.1 meter, and then the presence of massive bedrock from 41.1 meter up to 80 meters. The interpreted layered model for VES3 survey is shown here. It shows that from ground surface up to a distance of 8.2 meter, there is overburden. From 8.2 meter up to 41.7 meter is a saturated overburden or weathered bedrock, and from 41.7 meter up to 80 meter is massive bedrock. In the similar fashion, VES4 and VES5 data can be interpreted, which is given in the paper in detail, but in the essence of time it is not shown here. In most of hydropower projects constructed all over the world, subsurface investigations are carried out through boreholes, test pits, trenches, etc. However, being practically not possible to cover the entire area through such techniques due to financial and time constraints, geophysical investigations are therefore carried out to obtain additional information on the thickness of overburden, extent of weathered rock, and depth to the top of sound bedrock. Electrical resistivity survey was successfully used in this project. It selected locations among the boreholes, of course, for obtaining subsurface profile. Thus, geophysical methods can be used as supplementary geotechnical investigation techniques in addition to the conventional geotechnical techniques. But it is important to mention that geophysical methods should always be used in conjunction with conventional geotechnical investigation techniques, because these are supplementary investigation techniques only and are not replacement of conventional geotechnical investigation techniques. Acknowledgement to supporters. The references. Thank you very much. Question answers, please.